So now we recite the first slokam of Sivananda Lahari. It is a Mangala slokam where Shiva and Parvati together praised. Kalabhyam Chudalankruta
Kalabhyam Chudalankrita
Shashikalabhyam
Shashikalabhyam
Nijatapaphalabhyam
Nijatapahpalabhyam
Bhakteshu Prakatita Phalabhyam
Bhakteshu Prakatita Phalabhyam
Bhavatu me
Bhavatu me
Shivabhyamastoka
Shivabhyam Astoka
Tribhuvana Shivabhyam
Tribhuvana Shivabhyam
Hrudi Punaha Bhavabhyam
Rudi Punaha Bhavabhyam
Ananda Spuratanubhavabhyam
Ananda Spuratanudbhavabhyam
Natiriyam.
Natiriyam.
So Shiva is taken in this sloka as the very embodiment of the bliss experienced, the bliss illustrated. And to such great Shiva, who is bliss personified, we are just bowing down our head. Nati is the bowing down. We are bowing down our head. And again, we are requesting Shiva, such Shanta Shiva, Shiva Shiva, to stay in our mind. So, and moreover, they are not simply made, but they have made themselves with great penance. And therefore, the combination of Shiva Parvati is unique, not alpasya tapasa phalam. So making prostration to that great Guru, Shankara Shivaya Gurave Namaha, we have been trying to make our appeal to Lord Shiva in many ways, because the Shiva wants to appreciate, or he wants us to surrender any and everything, and otherwise it is called the Bhakti Parakastha. See, Bhakti is something which everybody demands or expects. And not that in Vedas there is no Bhakti. Vedas are different. Actually, the Bhakti cult or Bhakti came into being only when Puranas and just before it. Otherwise, we don't know. Otherwise, we have all yajnas. Even yajna also contains lot of devotion, dedication, dexterity, etc. But the Bhakti has taken Parakastha, and so it's a Bhakti Marga, and Bhakti Marga is taken as a Sanmarga and easy Marga, because all sacrifices, religious rites, japa, homa, tapa, yoga, these are all very tough practices which normally people cannot afford for a number of reasons. But there are set people like Maharshis who have dedicated themselves to the great God, Lord Shiva, because Shiva is Amrutamaya, and Shiva is one who is Mrityunjaya. So Mrityunjaya means, Shiva, it is said that Shiva has opened his eye 2 times, and that's all. One to burn, or immediately his anger was too much, Manyu. And the Shiva Manyu or anger made him to open his 3rd eye. Manmatha was turned into ashes. But when Markandeya, his own Bhakta, embraced and wanted help from Lord Shiva, and the Yama, not caring the prayer and his contact with Lord Shiva, he threw that pasha, and which also touched Shiva. Then that made Shiva become absolutely annoyed, and then he burnt Yama. Later on, he was installed, the Yama was installed, and therefore from then onwards, Shiva gets the name as Mrityunjaya. Mrutyunjaya Srinivasa, Mrutyunjaya. But in respect of Vishnu, he is a Mrutyu. He is a Mrutyu to Mrutyu himself. That is completely final and Paripurna Swabhava. Therefore, he is called Antimo Devaha. So, to such great Shiva, and Shiva is hardly disturbed with any attractions. He will not show any kind of anxiety, and he will be Niralamba, Niramaya, Nischinta, Bhuishta, Shanta Shiva. And he is also not only Shanta, he is a Shambhu Shiva. Shambha, Bhavati or Bhavayati, all that is Sham. So when we approach Shiva or Bhagavan, what we can develop is that absolute vairagya, absolute detachment. Whenever you are detached to one thing, you get attached to another thing. That is normal, because detachment, attachment, we cannot escape. But from what you get detached to what you get attached is a matter of Vedantic search, is a matter of consideration. So in this context, when Acharya Shankara, when he wrote on Saundarya Lahari, he was so much excited, and he brought the Saundarya of Parameswari and Saundaryam Alankaraha, Saundaryam Anandaha, and Saundaryam Ujjwalaha. Well, we have got number of difficult expressions defining the Saundarya, because it is a Ujjwalaha, Saundaryam is Ujjwalaha, Suchihi, Ananda Janakaha. So that's why Saundarya, that's why one of the ancient Sanskrit, Saundaryananda, they write one book like that. Therefore, we are now going to talk about Lord Shiva in his absolute meditation posture. So when he is in meditation, at least if people are opening the eye, it is easy to draw their attention. But when people have closed the eye, then it is very hard for them. But those yogis, though they close their eye outside, but inside they are wakeful. That's exactly what Krishna has given us clue. Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami. Yasyam jagarti bhutani. So there is always that kind of adverse or opposite practice to this thing. That means that when we are aware of the material world, we have to be busy, and we will be unaware of the other world. So that's why we are always to be aware of the Jagrat Swapna Sushuptinam Satchibhutyai Namaha. All the three stages are there, but beyond that is what we call as Turiya, and Turiya Avastha also goes like that. So this Sivananda Lahari seems to be a kavya where Acharya Shankara is trying to appeal so deeply to the conscience of Lord Shiva that Shiva will attend upon us. And moreover, only one time in Saundar Lahari, he has put his request to Devi, Paraparvati Devi, Kadaka Ale Mataha. In the shloka, Amma, having done so much prayer to her, he just put a question to her, Kadaka Ale Mataha, Amma, at what time, what is the tenure for me, and when I can get rid of this tenure, and when I can reach you, Sayujya Samipya. But here you observe, Shankaracharya is again and again questioning Lord Shiva to fix up the time or decide that he must be given the opportunity quickly to reach his residence, to quickly reach his place, because there are no absolute attachment. In Kailasa, there are no buildings, there are no restaurants, there are no entertainment places, absolutely fine girl. So imagine the Kedarnath. Kedarnath is that is a different setup of mind to live in a place like Kedarnath or Badrinath or even on Tirumala. And because you don't find anything extra, but only spiritualistic atmosphere. That's why, for example, in Tirupati, there is a board, all flowers belong to or offered to Venkatramana. Nobody is allowed to keep flowers upon the hills. So that is the kind of absolute arpana to others. See, arpana buddhi, the buddhi of surrendering is there. So in this 24 sloka, he has also asked, Kadava kailase vineshyami sukataha. So in 24, we have explained that he asked that I want to come to Kailasa and I want to be always in the direct vision of you, and I want to be enjoying the Pramathagana Ghosha of prayer to you. So it's all beautiful imagination. How will be our life in the Kailasa, and whereafter you are eligible for yet more happiness. Nothing like returning. Na punaravrittihi. See, yatra gatva na punaravrittihi tadeva kaivalyam. Where you go, there is no return at all. That's why it is also said that Shankaracharya at other place says that na pravachana. See, the pravachanas or anything that we are doing, that will not. You will only get hold of the higher plane of living, where Shiva, the absolute Paramatma, is there only. Therefore, in the 25th sloka also, he wanted to listen to the stava done by Brahma, which are with Jaya Jaya Vachobhihi, in Yaminam, all Rishis, Brahmaya Devatas, Rishis, and different ganas. Gananam Keli Vihi. That's why when we make prayer to Ganapati, Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe. So Gana Shabda is 2 times used. So Gana is normal and Ganapati. So whatever number of ganas are there in the universe, in the samsara, to all those ganas, there must be a common group leader. And that group leader is this Paramatma. And what people will be doing there, Jaya Jaya Shabda Nada. There is always the Nada, Jaya Jaya Shabda Nada. That Nada has so much of influence upon all people, it touches the heart. That's why Sisur Vetti, Pasur Vetti, Vetti Gana Rasam Panihi is a statement. The Gana Rasa is known even to serpent. Though it's a poisonous animal, of all that, most highly deadly poisonous. But when music you play, that Nagaswaram, it will keep dancing. That's why, I mean to say that the Srishti Krama is so wonderful that whatever be the species to which we are all people, the Atmas take birth, but the form of the birth is not important. The culture, the samskara, and vasana bala, and also etc. All these things matter, that they will be able to get emancipation. And moreover, really great people would not like to spend more and more time upon the earth to suffer also. But they just do all things in a stipulated period, like Shankara, Ramanujam, mathematician, Vivekananda. Many people are there who never, but their objective of coming to the world is to make a mark. And once they make a mark, finish, they go away. That's why in the next sloka, again, in the 26th sloka also, we have covered. Therefore, I'm just trying to brush up what we have been doing and how we are progressing in the Bhakti Pantha, Sanmarga Gamana. Bhakti Pantha is really motley or variegated one, and we do not know what would be the line of bhakti, but all lines of bhakti ultimately go to the Paramatma. We're all Atmas, and we have got to elevate our Atmas and become Sukhatma, Putatma, and so on. And then when you become a Putatma, we will be eligible to go up to the yard of the Paramatma. But how to do it? There are many, many methods, and sadhana sampat is there given by so many Vedantic scholars. And one of them, where we get to many sadhanas, or the gadgets or instruments or margas through which we can rise ourselves up. Actually, Janmana Jayate Sutraha. All people are only Sudras. That is basic. All people are the basic level. They do not know anything beyond. Something like a frog in the well. That's what they say. Frog in the well thinks that the well itself is the entire universe. Whole prapancha is only the body. But when it is exposed to higher atmosphere, then it will come to know that there are better, more and more things. Well, that is the nature of, that is the nature's grandeur. So in the 26th sloka, again he asks, Kadava tvam društva girisha tava bhavangri yugaram. Please repeat. Kadava tvam društva.
kada va tvam društva,
Girisha tava bhavangri yugalam.
Girisha tava bhavangri yugalam,
Gruhitva hastabhyam. Sirasi nayane vakshasi vahan.
Shirasi nayane vakshasi vahan.
Samaslisyagraya.
Samashlishyaghraya.
Sputa jala jagandhan parimalan.
Sputa jalajagandhan parimalan.
Alabhyam brahmadyaihi.
Alabhyam
Mudamanubhavishyami hrudaye.
Mudamanubhavishyami hrudaye.
So beautiful sloka, you see, where should be the enjoyment, true ananda? So Hrudaya Ananda, that's what Acharya, see, Netrananda, Srotrananda, so many Anandas are there. And also some Swamiji is there whose name is Agehananda. Geha means house. People are happy when they don't have own house. So Geha, Ageha. That is, they are just moving place to place, not entangled, all that. He's a very great scholar, a great Swamiji, and not Indian. He has written a beautiful book. If you want, you can just take up Tantric tradition of India. So he has written a beautiful book on this Agehananda Swamiji. And there you see their anubhava. That's why Hrudaye Mudam Anubhavishyami. What is the goal of Bhakta when he is devoting himself to Lord Shiva? Is ultimately Hrudaye Mudam Anubhavishyami. Mental satisfaction, heartfelt satisfaction. We only send greetings, heartfelt greetings for you. So simply greetings we don't send, heartfelt. Sometimes not only greetings, even condolences also, heartfelt condolences. So the heart is put as an object, and that is very deep. Beyond heart there is nothing. Heart is final. Therefore, here Brahmadhyayi alabhyam, even this kind of ananda is simply not at all enjoyed or available for the great gods like Brahma, other gods, other than so many Agni, Surya, Vayu, all these gods cannot have this kind of mudam as much as that I could have when I am able to touch you. That is, I want to see you, I want to touch your feet, I want to keep your feet touching to my eye, to my head. to my chest, and ultimately I want to embrace that, and I want to smell or scent the fragrance of the lotus feet, you, and everything is that. So this is the bhakti parakastha. I told you, Jayadeva in Gita Govinda makes a beautiful statement, or Leela Sukha in the Karnamritam. Everything is sweet, 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 sweet. Madhuram, madhuram, madhuram. Like that. But here, in case of Shiva, everything is mudam, mudam, mudam. Mudam dehi. Mudam and madhu, they are two words, but they have got some difference in shade of meaning. Therefore, we are able to get aparimita ananda because of our devotion to Paramatma. In this, we have got a detailed one, and now we'll go to the next one, which we have got to see. And what about the personality, and what is the personality of Rudra? And that also important. We cannot devote ourselves to all kinds of Swamijis or all kinds of people. We have to judge. And real Swamijis are really not found. But we have to find a good guru, real guru, who will be able to work upon your mind, not upon your bank balance. Therefore, that kind of guru is our Shiva. There is no better guru in the world. That's why we always make a prayer, Shivaya Gurave Namaha. Shivaya, that's why before you take bath, you can always remember Shiva, because over his head there is Ganga. So he will let that Ganga fall on you, and something like the shower that you are enjoying every day. So, Karasthe Madrau, please repeat. Karasthe Madrau.
Karasthe Hemadrau, Karasthe Hemadrau,
Girisha Nikatasthe Dhanapatau.
Girisha Nikatasthe Dhanapatau, Girisha Nikatasthe Dhanapatau,
Grihasthe Swarbhujau.
Gruhaste Swarbhujau, Gruhaste Swarbhujau,
Amara Surabhichintamani Gane.
Amara Surabhichintamani Gane, Amara Surabhichintamani Gane,
Sirasthe Sitamshau.
Sirasthe Shitamshau, Sirasthe Shitamshau,
Charana Yugalasthe Khila Subhe. All of you please be repeating. Don't simply be silent. Though you silent, you put your mic mute. Don't make your mouth mute. Please.
Charana Yugalasthe Khila Subhe, Charana Yugalasthe Khila Subhe.
Then he comes, he just almost becomes so much emotional in the last line. Kamartham dasyeham.
Kamardham dasyeham, Kamardham dasyeham,
Bhavatu.
Bhavatu, Bhavatu,
Bhavadartham mama manaha.
Bhavadardham mama manaha, Bhavadardham mama manaha.
What can I give you? Because unless we give something, there cannot be multiple things that we come back. That is exactly the philosophy of every sacrifice. See, Indra and the Yajamana come in dialogue. Indra says, Dehi me, Nidhehi me. And then Indra asks, then Indra says that Dadami te, Nidhehi te. So you just start the offering puja, etc. to me, then I will also start on to give you the multiple benefits corresponding to your likes, dislikes, wants, desires, and more. That is the kind of situation expressed in all our scriptures. That's why. So, what can I give him? I can give him only my manaha. See, bhavadartham mama manaha bhavatu. This is the entire meaning of the sloka. Because I may have something, whatever I plan to give you, you have already that. So there is no point more and more. For example, Hemadrau Karasthe. See, Hemadri is that Meru Parvatam. He has got very close by in his hand itself the golden mountain. Gold is the most precious metal, very expensive metal. If that gold is there, they are rich because gold cannot defile. Gold's value cannot be questioned always. It is always precious and precious. Next, he is a Girisha. Another thing is, he is a dweller of the mountains. So he is very close by to the gold mountain, Himalayan mountain. So some people desire to stay in the north like Nainital or etc., all those places, Dehradun and all that, and Mussoorie in India, where they will have the Himalaya darshanam every day. If you go to Nepal, Kathmandu and such places, Himalayas are visible to you. And Himalayas, though they look mountains, they are the residences of Kailasa or the Shiva. And so one gentleman, a military officer from Vijayawada, from Visakhapatnam, Murthy, he lived there long time in army and all that. He said, "Sir, I have made a house in Nainital. My daughter and children are all in Bangalore. They're all well placed. They want me to come. But though I'm 85 years, I don't want to come to Bangalore. I want to stay in my own house, Nainital, and then have every day Himalaya Darsana." Look at the attitude that he has picked up. And so, I remember him now because his Girisha, his Hemadri is there, and Nikatasthe Dhanapatau. Dhanapati is Kubera, the banker. So the banker of all gods, quite rich. Rajadhirajaya prasahya sahine namo vayam vaisravanaya kurmahe same kaman kama kama yamakyam kameswaro vaisravano dadatu. I hope you all listen to the mantra. In the Namaskaram, we always remember Kubera, whomever you may remember and worship, but ultimately you should remember Kubera. He is your account keeper, banker. Therefore, bank is very important. First bank in the universe is called Kubera Bank. And after Kubera Bank only probably we have got so many banks. And one of the banks started by Mokshagunam Visveswara is Mysore Bank. So like that, Syndicate Bank, Mysore Bank, so many Indian banks have come up and the names are so interesting. The Syndicate Bank people, they keep one dog's photograph in the front door because they serve you like the dog. Like that, some symbolism emblem is there. But here, for our Shiva, Dhanapati is close by, is a neighbor. Nikata means neighbor. So you always depend upon sometimes for help from a neighbor. Therefore, Dhanapatauni. And Swarbhuja, Amarasam Gurhasthe. See, the Swarbhujas are there. That is, the Kalpavruksha is there. Bhuja is a Vruksha. Swarbhuja is Kalpavruksha. And the trees in the heaven, they have a special power. Whatever they want, they grant you. So in our own house, there are innumerable Kalpadrumas. And Druma is very much liked by all gods. You know that Anjaneya Swami lives in the Kadalivaram, in banana grove. And Parijata Tarumula Vasinam. And Vishnu and Sanjaneya, they always prefer to stay at the foot of the Parijata trees. Why? The Parijata tree will not keep any flower with it. It will not allow anybody to pluck also. Right in the morning when you get out, probably you will see on the ground all Parijata flowers. So that is a Tyaga. So what is Tyaga? Tyagaya Samrutarthanam. Kalidasa says in Raghuvamsha, Samrutarthanam Tyagaya. Tyagaya Samrutarthanam. Whatever artha we have gathered, that has got to be given out. Like that, even Parijata Vriksha is known for that kind of Tyaga Buddhi. And why it makes Tyaga? That it should go to the head, to the feet of. In fact, I have seen, we have got Tyaga Parijata Vriksha in our place, in our house there. Right in the morning, it's a big work to collect all the Parijata. And Parijata Kusumas are very well liked by all gods, more so Vishnu, Anjaneya, Shiva and all that. Therefore, here also, Swarbhujau Gruhaste, in the compound wall or in the backyard of Lord Shiva, you find number of such Swarbhujas. And Amara Surabhi Chintamani. So there are Chintamani Ganas are there in the vicinity of Paramatma. That Chintamani, all that is there connected to that. And again, Sirasthe Sitamshu. So the Sitamshu is Chandra. He is there. Chandra is there, head, the two crescent moon. And that crescent moon is there for Shiva, and Amma likes more decorations and more alankara. So she has chosen the Ashtami Chandra. Ashtami Chandra Vibhraja Dalikasthara Shobhitaye Namo Namaha. So that is for Lalita Parameswari or Parvati. And in case of this, he has got that crescent moon. That is, even there, Ishvara is not greedy to have much light. He just wants light, 0-watt bulb. So all high-class hotels are all having 0-watt bulb only. They don't have much lighting inside, but they charge more because they give you less light. Anyway, Sirasthe Sitamshu and Charana Yugalasthe Akhila Shubhe. See, in our Pada Padma, there is Akhila Shubha, Sarva Mangala. All Mangalya is there at his Padas. Because Pada Vandana, Pada Puja, Pada Abhisheka, all these things are very famous and quick result yielding. Pada Sevana yields quick results. Pada Puja. That's why you see that Bharata, the moment Rama gave up his Padukas, immediately he kept the Padukas over his head, walked all the way, and then kept them on Simhasanam. So the Simhasanam is the footstand of Rama until he returned. That's why Pada Padmas are causing the Akhila Shubha. And therefore, now the problem comes. Kam artham dasye aham. What gift I can give? Artham here means gift. What gift I can offer to you? I don't have anything. You have gold, you have got Dhanapati, you have got the Kalpadrama, you have got Chintamani, Gana Nirmita house, you have got Chandra, you have got Sarvamangala Swarupatva upon your feet, then you are not, there is no dearth at all. That's why Kalidasa, in the Kalidasa, in Malakritnatram, says, Ekaishwarye sthitopi pranata bahuphavepi yasvayam huttivasa. Ekaishwarya means unique Aishwarya he has got. There is nobody who has got so much Aishwarya as much as Shiva. Shiva is Agni. Shiva is Rudra. Shiva is Vishnu. Shiva is all in all. That means to say that they are highly wealthy people, rich people. So it says, Mama manaha vavadartham bhavatu. I have only one thing to offer, my mind. So let my mind be yours. Actually, you have seen Shankaracharya is playing upon our mind. He has already told in earlier, my mind is a monkey. When you go to Bhikshatanam, if you go only with Bhikshapatra, hardly you get your food satisfying. Nobody comes out generally to put Bhiksha for you in the Bhikshapatra. You take my mind, go to house, monkey. So people come to see the monkey and then you get more Bhiksha. So that was one clue given by Shankara, that is, you take my mind with you. When you take my mind with you, then I am with you only. After all, wherever your mind goes, there you are there. Suddenly, if you remember Delhi railway station, you are there in Delhi. Though physical presence is no matter, the mind will take you. That's why it's called Manovega. Manovega, Garuda Vega, Vayu Vega, etc. We have so many speeds. And this Manas is the only one which is under our control, which we should have. And in fact, according to all Bhaktas, all Vedantins, they always talk about the mind. And the mind only to be deposited with the God. But mind does not agree to get deposited. That's the whole problem with us. Mind wants to be with you only. Mind wants not to get out from you. That's why our head is full of thoughts. In Macbeth, Shakespeare says, my head is full of scorpions. He was not able to. So my head is full of scorpions. Tomorrow, damn tomorrow. It's a tale told by an idiot. Like that Shakespeare says. That is, the mind is important, and that mind which I only possess is with you, and that is my gift. What is my gift to you? My mind is the gift, because there is nothing that I have got to offer. In fact, even in Ramayana, to Anjaneya, Sita tells that my mind is always with Rama. Therefore, I am no more sinner. I am a devoted woman. You can trust my chastity and all that. Even Anjaneya also said that when I was searching for Sita in the bedchamber of Ravana, where there were hundreds of women, but my mind was only upon Amma, Matrumurti Sita Devi. I did not get any kind of different feeling. Therefore, my mind is firm, and therefore I am not a sinner. In that manner, we have all that kind of contrasting. But even among in Mahabharata, you consider Arjuna and Bhima. Bhima's mind is totally surrendered to Krishna. There was no wariness at all. And he just listened to Krishna. But Arjuna is not like that. So he has to get Bhagavad Gita from him at the critical hour. So you see the contrasting personalities and instances, and that Shankaracharya tries to suggest that mind is the only one thing which is a constant factor with all people. And because of mind only, the prapancha is going. And that mind also is one which is concerned to the three gunas, sattva, raja, tamo gunas, all the three gunas. Therefore, here he says, bhavadartham mama manaha bhavatu. I only pray that my mind should be for your feet. And now, what kind of moksha is just talking about? This is the most important sloka which is being quoted. by all people very much. That is Sarupyam Tava Pujane.
Sarupyam Tava Pujane. Sarupyam Tava Pujane.
Shiva Mahadeveti Sankirtane.
Shiva Mahadeveti Sankirtane. Shiva Mahadeveti Sankirtane.
Samipyam Shiva Bhakti Dhurya Janata.
Samipyam Shiva Bhakti Dhurya Janata. Samipyam Shiva Bhakti Dhurya Janata.
Janata Sangatya Sambhashane.
Janata Sangatya Sambhashane. Janata Sangatya Sambhashane.
Salokyam Chacharacharatmagatanudhyane.
Salokyam
Characharatmakata tanudhyana.
Salokyam characharatmaka tanudhyane.
Good.
Salokyam characharatmaka tanudhyane.
Bhavani Pate.
Bhavani Pate. Bhavani Pate.
Sayujyam mama siddhamatra bhavati.
Sayujyam mama siddham atra bhavati. Sayujyam mama siddham atra bhavati.
Swamin kritarthosmyaham.
Swamin krutardhosmyaham. Swamin krutardhosmyaham.
See, now we have got the moksham, which is being divided into 4 measures. Sarupya moksham, Samipya moksha, Salokya moksha, and Sayujya moksha. And how are you getting all these 4 varieties? All these come under the main heading moksham. So what we want? Sarupyam Tava Pujane. So I want to be Shiva when I am doing worship. That's exactly is the definition of Mahanyasam. We have got our lecture on Mahanyasam also, and we have to give it one. Mahanyasa means you must have the Swarupa of Rudra in you. Because in Mahanyasa, Athatmanagum Shivatmanagum Sri Rudra Rupam Dhyayetu. Atmanagum Shivatmanagum. Consider your Atma is Shiva Atma, and that must be there in spirit. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. So we say like that. And again, Mahanyasa is superimposition of yourself upon Shiva, and making Shiva also being superimposed upon you. So when you are doing puja, our mind must not be going astray. That is, we are having the meeting with them. We are having serving to them, guest worship. So gods are the atithis to everybody. If you call them, they come to your house. If you ask them to stay on for some time until Naivedyam, they stay. And after Naivedyam and Puja and all that, you will say, go. They will go away. So they are at your command. If you want them, they come. Ahvana. So Ahvana and then Visarjana and then Arpana. So these are all the puja items. When you do puja, you are bringing them to your house. So because they are all very big people, the gods are highly honorable. They cannot come into your house when it is not spick and span. If it is clumsy, astavyasta, it will be no, they cannot put their steps. That's why in Sri Suktam, we make a prayer. Alakshmim nasayamyam, jeshtham alakshmim nasayamyam. What is that Alakshmi? Abhutim, asamruddhim cha. And she only has got to remove all that and make it the house full and sanctified. And both works are there. Clean up work also is given, and providing also is there. So like that, whenever you want to do puja, You should think that you are Shiva or you are that God, worshipping that God. That kind of equality must be there. Friends. So who are true friends? Friends are those who have got like-mindedness. If you don't like, you cannot continue your friendship long. It will break. Only for a purpose you become friend, afterwards you forget. Everybody has got a big number of lists like that. But our people tell elders, how you may acquire number of friends, but please get only 4 constant friends. Why? They can carry you when you die to the graveyard. 4 people. So at least with 4 people, you must become constant friend. Panchatantra and Hitopadesha will have that kind of suggestion. That's why Sarupyam Tava Pujane. And whenever we want to sing the glory, Kirti of Mahashiva, how should we sing? Shankaracharya is teaching us the mode of singing. Shiva Shiva, Shiva Mahadeva, Shiva Mahadeva, Shiva Mahadeva. Like keep on remembering this. Shiva Mahadeveti Sankirtane. Whenever you want to praise him, Shiva Mahadeva. So Mahadeva is the best compliment for Shiva. There may be a number of names for Shiva, but what Shiva likes is the Mahadeva Sabda. Because Mahadeva is the highest compliment. All are not Mahadevas. Pasmodhulita Vigrahaya Namaha, etc. You got 100 thousands of names. But of all the names or Kirti, the best according to Shankara suggested is Mahadeva. Shiva Mahadevi Sankirtane. And Shiva Bhakti Dhurya, the Shiva Bhakti Samipyam. So Shiva Bhakti Samipyam. Samipata means close by. You have to be in the proximity of bhakti towards Shiva. And what is the Shiva Bhakti? It is a Dhurya. You know, Dhurya, you remember anybody can give me the meaning of the word Dhurya? See, when you make the 2 bulls yoke to the cart, what do you put over their neck?
Kavadi.
I wanted your language word.
Kavadi.
It's called, so that's called Dhuri.
Dhuri.
I mean, there will be foals and bulls will be tied. It will not get away from the cart. So that is very heavy because you can see the skanda, you can see the neck of the bulls very much hurt sometimes, or there are scars on that because they constantly wear. And that is a pain also for them. They don't tell you. But it is a pain to constantly hold that the entire weight of the cart over their neck and draw it with speed and all that. So bhakti is not simply an ordinary thing. It's as hard as dhurya. That's why dhurva dhurvantam dhurva tam dhurva yam vayam dhurvama is Veda. That dhurva is the dhurya. That nagali, that what. So that particular thing is called, which will connect that. So Shiva Bhakti is metaphorically referred to that of that kind of instrument which is kept for the animals who are constantly attached in order to help progress in life. That is a beautiful example. Here in America, children don't see the bullock cart. Only when you take them to India, you show them, oh, this is bullock cart, this is the horse cart. There are all the visions for them. But when you go to Ahmedabad and all that places, you can see camel cart. So whatever it is, whatever that is there on the neck, Shiva Bhakti is metaphorically referred as a Dhurya. And again, the next one is Sambhashana, like Anjaneya, making conversation with people to win their heart, to make them pleasant, to remove their grief, to win all that. So, Sambhashana, Bhasha is talk. Sambhashana means good talk, encouraging talk. Good morning. What do you lose when you say good morning or good evening? Nothing. But people will get a very grim face. They keep on looking at you, never even smile. That is too bad. So it's not our Indian culture. The moment you say Chema iti vachi, yoga chema iti prana panayo, gatiriti padavu, vimuktiriti payo, manushi sanya. Is Upanishad. So the moment you say, everybody says, how are you? Fine. Afterwards, you can give a list of your complaints that you did not get sleep, you are coughing, you had to get out, you wanted water at midnight. All these problems later on you can enlist. But the moment you are asked, how are you? Okay. That's why Janata means ordinary people. Not rich people, not elite people and all that. You should be conversant enough with common people. That's exactly what happened to Anjaneya. Anjaneya is the best orator and speaker and conversationalist and presence of mind. For example, Lankini demanded, hey, who are you? Where are you going? That Lankini stopped him. She's a visa officer there in Lanka. Without visa, he's entering into that. Then that Lankini asked, hey, where are you going? Why did you come? How long you are going to stay? Why? Then he wanted to skip that Lankini, as when many people like it. And but Lankini caught him and asked him, then he said, the answer he gave was very interesting. It's a common thing to all people. Your Lanka is very beautiful. I just want to see your Lanka beauty and go away. Your America is beautiful. I want to see your America go. Oh, last time I came, but there was not enough time to see. Your country is very large. Then that fellow immediately puts a 6-month stamp and sends you out. If you say that, no, I got my daughter and so and so, no, they will just shorten that. No. So, Sangatya Sambhashana. You have got a together dialogue, that is all that. That is Sangatya with whom? Shiva. You should have Sangatya with Shiva and you should so talk to him that Shiva gets pleased. That's why Shivam Shantam Jagannatham Lokanugraha Karanam Shivamekam Param Bande Shikaraya Namo Namaha. There it is a Sambhashana with Shiva. Ekam Shivam Bande. I don't have any other duplicate God, second God. You are the unique God for me. I want to do it. So that is the Sangatya Sambhashana. So when once you meet, Sangatya is meeting or together. Sambhashane and Salokyam cha characharatmakatanu dhyane bhavani pate. So who is this Shiva? He is the characharatmakatanu. Chara, mobile. Achara, immobile. That's exactly what we call as Jagat. Jangama bhuishtam jagatu. So he is called Jagatam Pataye Namo Namaha. In Rudram, we say that Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveswaraya Mahadevaya Priyambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagni Kalaya Kalagni Rudraya etc. Nilakantaya Mrityunjayaya Sadashivaya Namaha. So that kind of dhyana will be there. What is that? He is the charadhyana, acharadhyana. So while doing dhyana, your mind runs away. Shiva does not matter. Shiva does not bother. Doesn't matter. You make dhyana, whatever it is like. And acharasthana means you will do a lot of constant penance for years and years, like Maharshis. So acharadhyana and Shivadhyana. And both are personified in Shiva himself. So Tanu, when Tanu comes in body, So Shiva is the very embodiment of Acharadhyana, embodiment of Acharadhyana, but dhyana is important. That's why Chara Charatmaka Tanuhu. And moreover, who is he? He is a family man. So when you visit a family man's house, you can get coffee, is it not? So you can get something if you are talking. So Bhavani Pate. So he is a married God and Bhavani is there. And that too, who is this? The name is important. And Shiva is Bhava and Parvati is Bhavani. She is the, so Shiva, Shivani, Sarva, Sarvani. So like that we have got all names to whatever name Shiva has got. Parvati is immediately there to turn this that name into Srilinga. Therefore, Lalita Sahasranama can be translated into masculine and Vishnu Sahasranama to feminine. That's why Bhavani Pate. Because in Saundarya Lahari, our Shankaracharya has already acquainted us saying that Bhavani Dasye, Bhavani Itihas Marati. So the Bhavani Shabda is so much emphasized by Shankara that when people are born, no option, avashaha janaha, when they are born, they should have a guide, they should have a leadership. That leader is Bhavani and Bhava. So Bhavani Pate Salokyam cha. And ultimately, Sayujyam mama siddhamatra bhavati. So when I am able to meditate upon you, when I am able to have a wonderful conversation with you all people, when I am holding on my neck the Shiva Bhakti Dhurya, when I am making the singing, ecstasy, bhajan, Sankirtana is the bhajana. When I am doing bhajana, Shiva Shiva Mahadeva, Shiva Mahadeva, Shiva Mahadeva bhajana, if you are doing, then thinking that you and I are not different. Deho Devalaya Proktaha. There is a statement, Deho Devalaya Proktaha, Jivo Devo Sanatanaha, Chajedajnana Nirmalyam, Soham Bhavena Pujayet. Already we have got the statement that Aham Bhava is there. Deha Devalaya, our body is a temple, the Jiva is Paramatma, and then Jiva, Paramatma, then you have to make puja like that. So Bhavani Pate Siddha Mama Siddha Matra Bhavati. So automatically Sayujya is ultimate level of the moksha. Sarupya, Samupya, Salukyata are different layouts of the moksha city. But we don't want all, we want to stay in a wonderful place, and that is the Sayujyam. That is become one there in that loka. And then when Bhavati Swamim Kritarthosmyaham. So I become a Kritartha when I have reached up Kailasa, when I am able to have a together living with you in Kailasa. Why I want Kailasa Vasa or Kailasa Vasa? Because there we have got total number of people who are absolutely dedicating to you, and you get, so bhakti is something very hard. See, you can't do puja, japa, parayana, etc. for a long time. But we can watch a cinema for 3 hours. You never feel, but there are people, 3 hours puja they perform. And that is the type of spiritual attainment one has to. If you go to any mission, all people tell the same thing. My father used to scold somebody, my brother. He will not do Gayatri Japa as much as his shoe shines. Chappal ki, shoe ki, polish is same. He had got from about half a dozen pairs of shoes. Every day he used to polish it. So Gayatri Japa, I will not do that much time. So that was the thing I remember. No, but it is very hard job to have that kind of Shiva Bhakti. So in other words, Shankaracharya or Acharya Guru is trying to describe the nature of bhakti, the content of bhakti, and the experience of the bhakti and the goal of bhakti. Is it not? So the most beautiful sloka where the bhakti has been very well characterized. In fact, we have separately a book by Narada Maharshi. It is called Narada Bhakti Sutras. So because Narada is a top bhakta and he has postulated the rules through which you can enhance your bhakti power. Bhakti also has got so much power that it will definitely yield instantaneous benefits. So without bhakti, nothing. So we have got a beautiful thing. So today we stop here. Such a beautiful time that we have had. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.